It's your boy Bleeves. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Party, I'm a real go-getter. Rock a fur coat, but it's not chinchilla. Who's that dude with the master plan? It's Mr. Pinecone with the mic in my hand. I ball on a budget, got a bag full of nuggets. Living life to the fullest before I'm kicking the bucket. No time for the haters, I'm the meat and potatoes. I'm the product of Anunnaki and godly invaders. You wanna go down the rabbit hole? Well, come along with me. Let me phone comb. Let me take you on the trip to the Pleiades or the Seven Seas. We can sail them all. Bring your dungarees and your toothbrush, your knapsack. We'll have a nightcap, then I'll bring you back. Mr. Pinecone's come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, friends and believers? It's me, your man Bleeves. And listen, I want to talk to you. I wanted to ask you this. What I'm asking is join the channel as a member. If you do the membership, I'm going to do some special content for cryptos that I think, and I'll give you like secrets and details and stuff like that, edits, things like that, just to keep you entertained, motivated. And I would appreciate it because it certainly helps the channel. Thank you so much. What is going on, everybody? My name is Bleeves. I am here impromptu, about to take a victory lap. I'm going to give it a few minutes for everybody to get in here. I can't believe that this market is pumping the way that it is right now. It's on a Friday night, so it's, the Asian markets woke up, and these crypto charts are just getting absolutely sent right now. Everything is looking like it's just there. It looks like there's a magnet in the sky and everything is just getting pulled towards it. So we completed the entire validation here. We called that line 21.4. 21.4 is what it is. The market is still pumping. We are now up 200 billion. So it's 190 billion, but we're going to call it 200 billion because we were up 200 billion not 20 minutes ago. These numbers have been just unbelievable, completely phenomenal. We look at the hour chart. We're still pumping on the hour chart after that mega candle. Now it's just a matter of there's going to be some people taking profits because we're at that, we're at that spot now. If I come up here and pull up, let's just do a triple EMA, and then we'll cut this down to, that's not the one that I wanted. There is one in here that, is that the 200? No. It's gonna take me a second to find it here because there's a whole bunch of different ones that are out there. So boom, 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 doo, doo. And I lost mine. Oh, 3 EMA. There we go. Oh, that's not even the right one. It's the SMA. God damn it. That's not it. I think this is it. Jesus Christ, I can't even find it anymore. I don't know. Adios. Let's do. I am somehow or another completely messing this thing up. I had, you know what? Let's do 200. Maybe that's the one that we were looking for. Yeah, whatever it is. We got plenty of time. Anyway, we're bouncing off of the moving average right now. So just for a goof, it comes right around here. I don't know why I can't find it. Let me try one more time. 200. And then we want this style to be red and 4. Here we go. And there you go. As you can see, we've passed the SMA of 200. So this is where the market just absolutely, it's time for it to get sent. And that is the ugliest color. What in the hell is that? That is the most horrible thing that I've ever seen in my life. All right, so we're going to go with that right there because that's just ridiculous. All right. That looks a whole lot better. So what is going on, guys? Like, this is just, look, we've been talking about this for days. We've been telling everybody who would listen half-heartedly, haphazardly, that this is what I thought was going to happen. And why do we think this was going to happen? Let's recap, just in case anybody's wondering why we're so beautiful and why we're all so perfect in here. And the answer here is this right here. This little trend line here, this red trend line, has been going for about 5 years now. And every time it hits this, it goes on a parabolic run. It hits, it goes on a parabolic run. It hits back here, and it goes on a parabolic run. And that's just what's happening right now. So here's the last time this happened. I want to take just some consideration. And I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen either, but we should at least recognize it. Now, economic conditions are different. We're going to just go ahead and remove that because we don't need to worry about any of this anymore because we've already been validated. But we're going to look at this this little section right here, and then we're going to look over here at this little section over here, okay? And you can see that the SMA was giving us a little bit of pressure down here, and we were trending under it. And then it hit this a couple of times, and then it broke out. And when it broke out and it went over the 200 SMA, that's when we got the big rally. Now, when you look at that big rally from there, we take the SMA up to the top there. That was 196% on that rally. So that was a significant sort of rally, and these are day candles, by the way. So we're talking about that's roughly what, 2 months. Let's measure one more time. Boom, boom. That was, where was it? 86 bars. So that was about 3 months. We don't have 3 months, so we should probably cut this back a little bit and look at maybe. All right, so at most, I think we have about 60 days. So in the 60-day window, it was up 202% off of that move right there. That's not right. Down here, 88%. That seems a little more reasonable there. So that puts us over here. Now we look at what's the pattern over here. Well, it did the same thing. So what is 80% from this SMA? So if we had the same type of rally going up 88% in, Jesus Christ, it can't even fit on the screen. 88% puts us at 36,000. All right, well, that shit's not going to happen. It would be over here. To match up would be 37,000. So to match up with the last run would take 37,000 Bitcoin. So I think we can put a pin in that and say that that's not going to happen. The market conditions are not optimal for a move like that. Market conditions are, however, optimal for some real mega runs right now. So if you're in profit, by the way, this is your take profit time. Let's go back and look at a fib retracement and say this is our bounce right there. So what can we expect? We should expect that this right here, this is a great sign, because this fib retracement down to 19,494, that is exactly where the 200 SMA is right now, meaning that this becomes a support line. And if we bounce off of the 200 SMA as a support going over, then that means we would be on just a parabolic sort of run. Now, what we should see, and what you did see when this happened, looking at the 1 hour when we went over on the 200 SMA, you saw this happen. Then you saw a little bit of this to test it. And then once we knew it was over, that's when everything went just out of its mind. So now that we're out of our mind, by the way, if you took some ETH, if you were in ETH, if you're in anything right now, I would highly recommend that you do a profit taking mode right now. Get yours, get yourself whole, get yourself set. Make sure that you're playing on house money for whatever you're playing on right now, because whatever you were looking for to happen, I mean, it happened, right? We got exactly what we were looking for. So but let's get into Beaver Lumber. What is going on, my man? Dallas blockchain, what is happening? Richard Nelson, what's going on? This is just a small relief. 2-Bit Crypto's in the house. If you haven't already, go follow 2-Bit Crypto. That is my man. Obviously we're related because we have the same last name, but he's overseas. My relatives, the Cryptos, beat up his relatives, the Cryptos, back in like the 1700s and stole an entire country from them. So yeah, Crypto Fusion, what is going on? It is an absolute fake out. That is exactly what we're experiencing right now, fake out. However, the hard part about this, when Crypto Fusion is saying this is a fake out, so it is, but the other part to this is we're going over historical spots right now. So the market, as you can see over here, this market is continuing to accumulate. So being over this does mean that we're going to get a nice relief rally. Now, if we were to come out here, I'm going to go deep into the weeds. By the way, we're going to go real deep into these weeds tonight. Okay. And say that, if we were into a real sort of relief rally, then, here, the easiest way for me to show you would be Bitcoin 4-year cycles. And let's see if I have an easy thing to look at here. Yeah, here we go. This is probably close enough. So what we're looking at, and what the most reasonable estimation of where Bitcoin ends this year, if this is where we are, we've had our move and now we're on that upward. And by the way, we're at the beginning of January, so the bearish pressure from the sellers, they've already sold. They sold last year in order to take losses. But we're on 2-year. It's a 4-year cycle, right? We just went through the 2 years, and now we're getting ready to go into the halving right here. You see the halving happens right here, and we go out of our minds, right? Well, we're in this little area right here. So as you can see, in each one of these, we still have a tiny bit more downside to go. So when we look at this as a relief, then we look at it as this green candle right here. This is just a relief rally. It's like this green candle right here. It's just a little bit of a relief rally. So over the long term, what we're looking at, and by the way, this is 2023 right here. So we're actually going down here. We're already pretty much down here. So this move towards this upside, it's probably not going to sustain for this period of time. Now, could it? Well, we got another year of this pink area, which, as you can see, it's upward motion, but let's just take, for example, here, it's about 200, and this ends at 330. So 100, 203, and 200, and then 130 means a 60 5% rally. So this represents a 65% rally. This one right here represents a significant, this one is, we're going to call it 3,000 to about 7. This is going to represent about a 200% rally here. So, you know, both of these rallies here, very big. So if we get to that kind of rally, then we're talking about a $40,000 or a $35,000. If we do the math right, up to and including 30 to 40,000 on Bitcoin by the end of this year. That's the way the cycles have played out, right? So now the question becomes, what is going to happen? And as you can see right here, we were at 940 billion market cap when we started this chat. We're now at 943 billion. This market is not slowing down. People are starting to recognize, and by the way, this type of money coming in, this is institutional level, okay? So what we're seeing and what we're witnessing right now is institutional money coming in. Now, here's the other part to this. Is this going to be sustained, and does this mean that the bull run is on? Well, go back over here and you can see there's still tremendous downside. There's still tremendous negative that's still going to be in here. That's still going to happen. So have we seen the bottom? I think maybe towards the end of December, you know, FTX collapsing, maybe we did see a bottom, but it's more likely that we're going to see a little bit more at that point. It's possible that it goes a little bit lower. Okay. As you can see over here, we didn't actually hit that, or it flashed and didn't stick. So, you know, we've got some more. I just assume, I assume at this point that there's going to be at least one more black swan sort of event that we don't see coming right now. Everything that we see coming that's on the table is Genesis and Gemini and the SEC going after them. And that did not spook this market at all. So there has to be something else that's laying out there. So now we have to at least consider the possibility that Crypto.com, Huobi, and probably not Crypto.com, everything that has a big exchange in America predominantly is probably going to be fairly safe, because the regulations in America kind of, you know, none of the failures are directly related. Like Binance, if Binance were to fail, it's not likely because they have Binance.us. And I know what you're thinking, FTX.us failed. Well, FTX US is fully funded and did not fail. It was just included in the bankruptcy because I think that the FTX founders wanted to dilute the amount of money on the American investors and use that money to muddy up and to pay everybody back. But FTX US was fully funded. So people doing business in America predominantly are going to probably be safer. So that leaves Huobi, KuCoin, you know, something like that. Somebody out there on the fringes, maybe that's in that big Gate.io, something like that, might end up capsizing, creating this crazy sort of space, this crazy sort of event. So, but you can see like if you just if you put the pen to paper, you really look at what's going on, and you can already see. So now here's the question: can we get to 22,000? If we get to 22,000, and by the way, looking over here, I want you to see this right now. This is shorts right here. Shorts are out of the game. That's what's happening right now. The shorts have been decimated. This right here, this is longs. This is the futures have just stopped right now because they're just watching to see what's going on, because they don't know the lay of the land at this point. And I want you to think, would you long this? Well, you know, yes would be the easiest answer, because this cannot sustain. This right here does not sustain. So would you start shorting? And the answer would be yes. However, here's the problem. The problem is there's not a lot of bears right now. This is a bull run. This is, even though it might not be the bull run, this is a bullish move that's happening right now. We are over the 200 SMA. We are in a price discovery mode. Okay. Now somebody is going to start looking And I can tell you what everybody sees, this right here. To regain a 1 trillion market cap, we've already got 200 billion back in here. Why not get a little bit more is what everybody, I'm sure, is thinking right now. I'm sure that is on the minds of all the people that want to see a bull run get underway. So that's what that's where we're looking right now. And I don't know, who knows, right? So we had 1600, settled at 1550. What's the fib retracement on that? I mean, you can we're going to start the run, basically started right here, so we're going to use that. And you can see here we're not even hitting fib retracement levels yet, or if we are, we're hitting one of those small ones like the 21, and that doesn't make any sense. And it just doesn't make sense. But I can tell you this, that's what we got on this one right here before this big move. So, time to start taking, like, what if this move right here, like what if what's happening right here is we're just staying over this at this point, and what's that next leg up look like? Well, then, and this, I don't think it plays this way, by the way. So I'm not saying that this is what's happening next, but if we add this to where we are right now, this puts us in the 1750 range or the 1700 range. So, and by the way, that's another big point of resistance. So we're actually at our resistance line, which ironically, we are right where we were. This is profit taking moment. And as you can see right now, we're starting to really see the profit taking right here, but we're not seeing it buckle. We're not seeing that huge downward pressure and momentum building up yet. So, let's go look over here. We're going to keep this up for a moment because we might need to go back and review that. But let's go look at our DeFi and let's see what's going on in our DeFi world here. And you can see Volt is out of its mind right now. Volt's up 26% on the day. Just absolutely going crazy. Remember, I told you that Volt was #1 with a bullet heading towards 1377. Now, is that really the case? Well, you got resistance right here at 1054. You got big resistance here at around 1160. There are spots where you're going to see a fight. So it's not smooth sailing to get up there by any means, because you got to deal with that little spot right there. You're going to have to deal with this little spot again at the 1050 level. So we'll see how this plays out. Obviously 1000 represents that sort of level, but I got a feeling that one's probably going to be the easy part to bust through there. But Saitama has now rallied and is up on the 7-day 47%. I told you before that it's going to have to, I just gave you the blueprint, and Saitama did exactly what a crypto is supposed to do. It hit that 38 Fibonacci retracement and it's gone. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Decanect is sitting at just continuing to pump itself up, now at 5 cents. Let's hope for 50 cents. That's about a 10x, and that would only give it a $3 million market cap. So as people start to get exposed to Decanect, remember, there's going to be like 2 exchanges coming for Decanect in short order. And if that is the case, then we're literally talking about a 10x, a 20x, just something, some kind of big sort of move out of Decanect, because it's starting to happen. And there's 2. One of the exchanges, by the way, is a significant exchange. So one of those reasonable ones that has a lot of volume. So good things might be happening there. Okami is now up 10% after that little move down there. And, it's got some ways to go, but it's on. And by the way, we are not, even though Volt is up big time, even though Saitama's having a moment, even though SHIB has retaken that 0, even though these things are happening right now, remember, this is not a rally. We're not on yet. When we're on, Volt is going to go 5 or 6 or 10x. Okay, just for some clarity here, Volt's going to go from a 50 million market cap to a 500 million market cap. Like that's the kind of move that you will see when it's time, right? And you'll see SHIB go up to 4 zeros 3 and do about a 3x from there. Like that's the kind of stuff you're going to see, and you're going to see maybe a 10x from Saitama as well. Maybe a 50 or 70x, 100x from Decanect. Because again, small micro cap, same thing with Okami. You would see big moves. So we're not in a spot where our direct area is just being pulled along. So just remember that. Now, MMAI still has a long way to go. But remember, there was that they're up above that launch price again. That's the important part. That 35 was the launch price now. And if I go over here and I look at the swap, then I hit that, and where we at? We're at 0.57. So we're basically at half an ETH, which right here puts me at about what's that, 775. So we call it 775 out of 500. So I'm at about a 50% profit level, on MMAI. So I think that's a pretty good sort of level. Now, you're not going to see very much of a pump on Lillian. Lillian has to fix some of the communication issues, and it's going to have to do it the hard way. Like this is, listen, here's the funny thing. The timing has been bad for Lillian. This was a great run here, but let's also recognize that 24-hour volume, this thing did not trade in the millions of dollars to begin with. So even though there's a lot of people saying, well, they must have made like a ton of money, just go look at the trade volume. Like you can not like it, and you can say, well, whatever you want about it, but the trade volume is not there. This is just, specific big buys coming through. Terra is up to 3,200. Haven't seen this price on Terra in a minute or two. So it's good to see that it's finally recovering from, let's call it self-inflicted wounds. I don't think there's any other way that you can say that, but the total liquidity is 3.18 million. And I have to go listen to a Spaces on them because I was asking about where the Burj Khalifa thing was and stuff like that, and they were like, it's covered in the Spaces. So I'm gonna have to go listen to that and figure it out, and I'll get back to you guys. But all of the money that was taken out is being put back into that wallet. So at some point you got to consider how much, all of these dumps here of 150,000 at a time, or whatever payroll is. I don't know how far back this goes, but however long it went back, all of that money is being paid back according to them. And it's easy to cry and go, well, it's not done right now. If you got to cry, you got to cry. You know what I mean? So it's possible that it takes a long time for that to happen, but by all rights, it should happen, and we should be tracking it and making sure that it does. And speedy recovery to RD Price, who just had surgery. So hope he's doing well. RBIF, Robo Inu, still looking for that big move back again to that upside. And I'm still liking the product overall. 14 million market cap. It's a phenomenal job in a bear market, by the way. Remember, this was November of 2021. This was like the final days of that bull market, and it still has a market cap of $14 million. So, I get this feeling that RBIF is going to be just fine. Hulk was built in a bear market, continues to manifest itself in the middle of this bear market. And this is at some of the worst times, in fact. And now look at it start to move from where it is. A couple of, a couple more, just a little bit longer, a little bit more, and we'll start to see some bigger movement out of Hulk. And we get a nice little run on Hulk Inu, and maybe it looks a little bit better, especially with there's more comics coming out. There's another part of the NFT collection. There's the balloon blocks the news website, Bloom Block News. That's theirs, by the way. This is this Bloom Block News is part of Hulk Inu, in case anybody is wondering. So it's a news aggregator, and in fairness, you know, we've had some discussions about it, and I sent them links of all of my favorite sites, and they're working on integrating everything into it right now, so that I don't have to use, you know, 10 different news sites. WAGMI just kind of treading sideways, doesn't have any pump to it. During this entire look, we've been on a absolute tear, and they've had 4 buys. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit longer to get something going on WAGMI. People want to see this game, but listen, when they see this game, I think something good is going to happen. So we'll see. NGN still hasn't started trading yet, and Bull Run is down to $3.52. $3.52. When I say down, I have to say this. It's not really down. It's still kind of way up, in fact. And if I, you know, just kind of pull this out a little bit more and stay within that channel, we're basically tugging around the heart line while still keeping an upward sort of momentum. If we go in a downward pattern, it would mean that we would have to dump under $3.36, it looks like. So I would say that we're still maintaining positive on BRL. Now it is taking longer than I thought, you know, but all good things do take time. So, you know, and we got time. We got time. This market is not ready for the type of move that it just had. This market's not ready. We're gonna have to lean into it. By the way, remember, Hex was at 1.7 cents, and it's now at 25.95. So if you got in because I was telling you about that, and it was that big cap, and there it is at 17. If you got in right now, you're up 30, 40. What is it? You're up 13% on the 7-day, but in the 2-week period, you're up 60%. So damn. Now let's go check up here. What is Bone doing? Bone's at $1.36, just having a big ass recovery run. Let's go look at Cult. Cult is one of them that I've been throwing out there for people to look at. And Cult is maybe dropping a 0, not dropping the 0 yet. Cult is not holding up as well as this is a real deep sort of fib retracement, and it's going to, I mean, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, by the way. It's not, I'm not saying that it's not, you know, it's not nailing what it's supposed to be nailing, but it in a market where everything else is getting sent, you would expect that Cult would do the same, and Cult is not doing the same. So people are tired on the Cult hodling, so they're selling when they get the opportunity, which is why you get this big streak of red. But again, it's the same with a lot of these other different tokens. Some of them are just not running. But guess what? Volt is always running. Every time somebody posts a picture of it, well, it's down right now. Yeah, it's 3 days later, and here we are up, you know, just a ridiculous percentage. So but anyway, let's get into chat. Let's get what is going on, everybody. I hope everybody is taking profits. I hope you guys are getting your money. I don't have any news on Shift Token. Is in fact, what is happening right now is people are asking what is going on with Heavyweight. He has not made a comment. I think I don't know if there's any comments in the chat. I'm not in the chat anymore. I told them I took my investment. I took my loss. And really, I lost 1,000, but I'd put in like originally 150. So I was in for like 1,150, and I got out like $600. So, you know, I was down half, but one of them was me putting in $1,000 in order to just kind of hold the price during one of the dips to try to help out. So I don't know, you know. I just get this feeling that Ponzi Slayer on Twitter was just posting some video, or not videos, but he was posting some pictures of him and Pan having conversations, and Pan was just talking about he's a raging drunk, and he's spending all his money on liquor, and just, you know, just things that you don't want to see being said by a developer is what's being said by the developer. So, you know, I just think that we got a problem, and I don't think that there's a solution. Let's get back over here and let's start looking at some of these other tokens. And let's just kind of what is going on over here on Coin Market Cap. I want to see Coin Market Cap, I guess, because it's got, this is what, God damn it, this is exactly what you want to see in crypto. Look at all of this green. And I'm not stopping for anything because I'm scrolling, but holy shit. All right, so we're still up, by the way, 1% on the hour, even though people have been selling and taking profit, et cetera, et cetera. In the last hour, Solana is up 11%. Look at the Solana recovery. Solana recovery is now 123%. Is that great? No, but it's better than it was. 24 hours, Decentraland is the big winner at 38%, Solana at 36%, Gala 27.8%, and Sandbox is up here at 23% too, still showing, and Axie Infinity right here, it's still showing that there is a thirst and there is a positive sentiment for the gaming metaverse. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good thing. Year to date, Gala's up 200%, Aptos 124, Solana 123, Lido 107, Decentraland 87. You know, we're experiencing a full-on, very, very nice sort of recovery here. Shiba Inu is trending right now number 1, up 12.75%. Bitcoin number 2 at 11%, and then Fetch AI at 17.45%. So coming into the market, $69 billion, market cap $984 billion, guys. That money is just pumping back in. And now let's go look at Luna Classic is at 1843. Absolutely nailed the number that we wanted it to nail. That was really what we needed it to do. This is actually exactly where this is our line here. This is the SMA. We're going to turn that SMA off, by the way. Put it on unseen here. And you can see that we've got this 1800 number, and it's coming back down into the line. So it could be doing this play right here, but I don't think that it is. It looks like it's on the verge of a nice little breakout. USTC is pumping, but you know, again, as long as Luna Classic is pumping along with USTC, then there's no inherent gain from that unless you're just making a single and solitary play. Luna, on the other hand, is up 9.5%. Luna continues to move in a positive direction as it continues to provide new resources in order to create dApps and expand on that ecosystem over there. XRP up 4.5%. Volt, again, running wild. Solana up, just running crazy. Uniswap up 7.6%. This is, by the way, in the last hour and a half. ETH Classic, etc., 9.5% in the last little bit. And there we go. So I think that gets us kind of up to date here. Let's go see if there's anything going on Twitter. Do we have any kind of I would rather the engagement farms that we do. King Los ETH and Godwave Crypto follow. All right. So yeah, that happened. God damn. All right. So what do we have here? Trending. Friday the 13th. I hope everybody's having a great one. By the way, did you guys see the Friday the 13th stuff that I put out today? Like, it was a picture of Jason, and I used a generator for it. Here we go. How about that? This was Friday the 13th. I said Jason Voorhees with horns on his head on Friday the 13th, and that's what it came up with. Yeah. So that came out really nice. So yeah, I can't say I'm super proud of it because I didn't do any goddamn work, but I did think it looked pretty cool. So why not share it? And I don't see. Oh, yeah, we got people over here that are just saying one of the biggest bull traps I've ever seen because they're just desperate to be right. And they are right, by the way. Like this can't sustain. But on the other hand, the only people getting caught in that bull trap are the people who don't sell and take profits. And guys, if you're in ETH right now is the time to just kind of take take profit. If you're in Bitcoin right now, it's just kind of the time to take profit. Like I would not be stuck holding. I would not be stuck holding the bag on this one. You know what I mean? Like this one is so yeah, stick with taking profit right now. Unless you're on some meme coin that you like or that you want to long-term hodl. I mean, that'd be fine. But I mean, just remember, never forget, we are so back. Classy put out a video today that said something about, what was it? I think he released a video just a little while ago, in which he said that you're about to get wrecked any second now, something like that. I don't know. He was posting something, and I was like, I don't think that's right, man. So, then we'll see. What the hell? Johnny the Bull tears his urethra, busts his bladder, and strains his pelvis on Nitro. That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, so back to crypto. That's crazy. All right, so 941 guys. The pump, it will not stop. We are in this. Look, somebody is in it to win it. If you look at the 1 minute chart, you can see right here, they are still moving along. 3 minute chart, barely any red, and the red just never seems to last. 1 hour is looking great. 4 hours looking great. Everything right now is just looking like we're in championship mode. So, damn. Look at this. Luna is up 14% now. Luna Classic is pumping hard. USTC is pumping hard. You know, the Asian markets right now are taking over a little bit, and you know, they like what they like. So this is we got a sustained rally. So guys, be very careful all weekend, because this, you know, this is one of those things that, like, you look at it and you it can't last, you know, because people have to take profit at some point, like what I'm talking about. Now, the other thing about that is there are a lot of people that are upset because of where we are in the market. So people would tend to hodl just a little bit longer. So it's very possible that let me do this real quick. I'm going to pull this back just a bit. We're going to get a little more data out here, right? And then we're going to do our volume. We're going to do a visible range volume profile. And then we're going to take this VRVP and we are going to cut this into row size 128. And then we're going to do this. And we can see a little bit better right here. So we're in this area right now. Let's just kind of expand that a little bit. So we're in this area right now, right? So that means that we've still got some beating down to go, right? Now 21,407. If we pop over this, then we get into this volume range. Now I can move this out just a little bit, and you'll see that it'll pick up just a little bit of steam. And we're going to go back to a spot, and I think some of you are going to remember. Look, if you've been with me for any length of time, you're going to know this one because I told you that this was the case, and it's right here. And that is that, and we're going to make it yellow because it is the golden pocket. And that little golden pocket right there, there's absolutely no resistance. So in the event that this run that seems to be holding up, if this run continues and we break through 22 and then we get through 23 and we get back to this 24 level, remember, we broke through here for just a minute before. If we get through here, then we're sitting at 28,000. We're sitting at 28,000 Bitcoin. Then you can rest assured we're sitting at 2,200 on Ethereum. So that volume profile here is probably not the best one to show. We need a little bit more around like this. So there's not a lot of the resistance levels and stuff are minute, right? But once we get past 1714, then our next big one is at 2,000. So, well, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Let's go back here. Let's say the next big one is around 1950, something like that. Like, there's a lot of room to run, guys. There's a lot of room to run. So we'll see exactly what happens overnight. I would, if I'm in, something to remember, the money coming in is coming into Bitcoin, it's coming into Ethereum, and that's where the big money is actually going in terms of market cap. So that being said, Volt dropped to 0. So congratulations to Volt. Let's go post that. And there we go. And Volt just dropped that 0. All right, there we go. So if you can't go up there and share that one, if you're Volt, certainly if you're Volt Army, go share that one right now. Hit the like button on it. But we want to get that one sent as best we can. So that one's a pretty good, unbelievable. Volt dropped that 0. All right, guys, that's my time. I'm going to get back out of here. I'm going to literally, oh, shit. You know what? Ain't that a bitch? Oh, well. You only see my sexy face. That's what you get. Ha ha. So I'm going to go. It's going to be wrestling time. I'm going to go watch AEW Rampage and see what happens over there. We'll do this again. I got an AMA tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I have a meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock with a big investor. So not for me, but for a different, it's for a project, and they happen to be in my area. So I'm going to go meet with them. We're going to talk about, what it takes for me to be involved with their project. And then, and we'll see what happens from there. Maybe I will be, maybe I won't be, but we'll see. Also, still doing that diet. Whew. All right, guys, it's not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I'm always right. I hope you guys have a great evening. Remember, take your profits. Play with a little house money right now because this thing could get ugly at any time. Have a good night. We'll talk.
Looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world. I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl.